What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. So, I didn't plan on watching this movie, but I watched it. I decided to watch it because a lot of you guys know I have a love for history. So, I decided to watch this movie, Blonde, which is on Netflix right now. Which is, you know, it's it's promoted as if it's a biographical film about Marilyn Monroe. And the thing is this: the movie is based on a book from 2000 called Blonde, written by author Joyce Carol Oates. All right. Now, this book was fictional. So you have a Marilyn Monroe biographical movie, which is based upon a work of fiction. It's made up. It's made up. It's not based in reality. So that's strike number one right there. And when you watch this movie, there is a certain continuous theme that is pushed throughout the movie. And that is that Marilyn Monroe is a victim. She's an innocent, almost childlike victim of the cruelty of men. Even with her mother, who is mentally ill, okay, and does horrible things as far as beating her daughter and almost trying to kill her and drown her, is based upon the fact that, hey, I'm only doing these things because a man, your father, rejected you, and if it wasn't for you, he'd be with me right now. So even with that, the man is to blame. The movie portrays every male, virtually every male, as either a pervert, a sexual deviant, a take the pussy ass nigga, mere horn dogs. I mean, frauds, charlatans, philanderers, chauvinists, to say the least. I mean, the movie definitely is motivated by the Me Too movement going on right now. And the thing that gets me is, yes, all right, look, I will admit this. Marilyn Monroe, she did go through a lot of bullshit in her life. A lot of tragic shit. And yes, she was a person who had to do certain things to get roles. And that's fucked up. And Hollywood needs to weed all of that bullshit out. But what the movie did that pissed me off is that it made Marilyn out to be almost like an idiot. Like, she didn't understand what she was doing, where she, look, okay, how can I say this? If someone shows you, or the system shows you, that it ain't shit, and your moral compass is having to be compromised all the time, maybe it's time to back away from all this shit. Maybe it's time, fuck the fame and fortune. It's time to get out of here. But she never did that. So to a certain extent, her drive, her ambition superseded her moralities. So what I get irritated is how the movie wants to portray her as almost like a naive child, which goes into what I always say about how sometimes society treats women with more rights than children. And then, it's all the historical inaccuracies. This movie shows John F. Kennedy taking it from Maryland. You know what I mean by that? It shows him taking it violently. violently. There's no record whatsoever of that happening. Then it shows her having a relationship somewhere down the line of the movie, earlier though, but somewhere down the line of the movie, it shows her having a relationship with Charlie Chaplin Jr. and Ed Robertson Jr. All right, sons of the famous actors and comedian. And the movie makes it seem like, Marilyn was into some freaky shit, some threesome action. There was never any indication that that was the case. So this movie tells a lot of fucking lies. It makes it seem like her agent had a relationship with her. That was not the case. A lot of fucking lies, man. And at the end of the day, you can have a lot of people that's going to take this movie at face value and say, hey, did you know John F. Kennedy did such and such? Well, no, there's no proof that that actually happened. Well, the movie showed it. Well, then again, look, movies, oftentimes will exaggerate shit for dramatic license. You can't trust what you see in a movie. You think I trust everything that I see with JFK or some of these other movies, Jack Ruby? This is just oftentimes fictionalized accounts of some of these people, man. Like some of these people actually, I think some people really look at movies almost like security cameras that show what actually happened, and that's not the case. The movie made Joe DiMaggio look like to be nothing but an abusive piece of shit. So I don't know, man. But the way it portrays men as damn near cavemen pisses me off, man. Should a man put his hands on a woman? No. Should a man touch a woman without her permission? No. If a man looks at a woman, at her ass, and says to himself, man, she got a nice ass. If that makes him a predator, then damn it, I'm a predator, and every other man I know is a predator. You don't think women look at men? Look, man, you know how many times I've seen a woman stare at my fucking crotch? And you think that shit affects me? Oh, how dare you? Oh, your eyes. I mean, it's such bullshit, man. Jesus. Anyway, though, fuck this movie. It had one nice little song I liked. It was a part when they was showing Arthur Miller and her on the beat. And then another thing some people get irritated at is the fact that they had a non-American actress play Marilyn. I mean, at the end of the day, that falls into what I said before. She looks like Marilyn. She sounds like Marilyn. So at the end of the day, who gives a fuck? Okay? The abortion scenes, some of that shit was fictionalized. Some people had an issue with it. It is what it is. But anyway, I didn't like this movie at all. It was way too long. The pace of it was way too fucking slow. And, that's all I got to say about it, man. But tell me what you guys think.